February is going to be so busy. 10 new PS5 games are coming out, and at least half of them look incredible. We've got horror games that'll keep you up at night, RPGs that you can play for 100 hours, and street racing games that haven't been around in years are finally coming back. You're gonna have so many games to play. Here's what's coming out. Okay, so Capcom is celebrating 30 years of Resident Evil, and guess what? They're going back to where it all started, Raccoon City. But this isn't just the same old game with new graphics. You get to play as two characters. There's Grace Ashcroft, who's brand new, and Leon Kennedy, who fans already know and love. Here's the coolest part. You can switch between first-person and third-person view, whenever you want. Like, even in the middle of a fight. How awesome is that? Now, this game looks really scary, like lights off, jump scare, heart-pounding scary. It actually won 4 awards at a big gaming event before it even came out. And get this, 1 million people added it to their wish list the day it was announced. 1 million! That's a lot of excited gamers. In the game, you'll manage your items, solve puzzles, and fight zombies in super intense ways. If you love horror games and spooky adventures, you're definitely going to want this one. It comes out February 27th, and it's the horror game everyone's going to have to be talking about in 2026. Team Ninja is back with another super challenging game. Neo 3 is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, which means it only works on PS5, and it looks amazing. You play as a warrior named Tokugawa Takechio, and you're fighting yokai. What are yokai? They're basically Japanese monsters and demons. And the game takes place in an open-world version of ancient Japan, which is really cool. Here's the best part. You can switch between 2 different fighting styles. Samurai combat is powerful and uses big swords. Ninja gameplay is super fast, sneaky, and acrobatic. And you can switch between them anytime you want. Now, I gotta be honest, this game is tough. You're probably gonna lose a lot. But when you finally beat that super hard boss after trying and trying, it feels so good. Like winning the championship after a close game. The good news, there's a free demo coming on January 29th, so you can try it first and see if you like it. If you love challenges and you think Japanese history and monsters are cool, check this out. It releases February 6th. Square Enix did something incredible with this game. They took Dragon Quest VII, which is already a huge classic adventure game, and rebuilt the entire thing from scratch. But here's the really cool part, the art style. They actually made real physical doll models and scanned them into the game. So everything looks like a magical storybook that came to life. The pictures look absolutely amazing, and for the first time ever, all the characters actually talk. Before this, you just had to read everything, but now everyone has voices and it makes the story feel so much more alive and exciting. There's also this new feature called moonlighting. It lets you have 2 different jobs at the same time. So you could be a warrior and a wizard at the same time. You can mix and match your powers however you want. How cool is that? Dragon Quest games are really, really long. Like, you'll be playing for a long time. But if you love turn-based battles, exploring towns, meeting interesting characters, and going on a huge fantasy adventure, this game is perfect. It releases February 5th, and it's an awesome adventure for anyone who wants to explore a big, magical world. Sega is celebrating 20 years of Yakuza, and they're giving us something amazing. You get 2 full games for $60. That's a fantastic deal. First, there's Yakuza Kiwami 3. It's a complete remake of an older game with better graphics, better fighting, and everything improved. But here's the really exciting part. They made a brand new game called Dark Ties that comes in the same package. It tells the story of a character named Mine, and you get to see his whole backstory and understand why he became who he is. You can switch between different fighting styles, and there are classic Sega arcade games you can play inside the game. It's like a game within a game. How fun is that? If you've never played Yakuza before, here's what it's like. You're part of this serious crime story in Japan, but you also do the most hilarious side activities. You can sing karaoke, run a restaurant, play minigames. It's serious drama mixed with silly fun, and somehow it works perfectly together. 2 games for $60 on February 12th. That's amazing value, and it's a great place to start if you're new to the series. So Obsidian Entertainment, the team that made some of the best RPG games ever, is bringing their fantasy game to PlayStation 5. This game is set in a fantasy universe called Pillars of Eternity, but it's first person. So it feels kind of like Skyrim if you've heard of that. The PlayStation version is getting something special called the Anniversary Update right from day one. That means you get New Game Plus, photo mode, a whole new weapon type, and 3 new races you can play as. That's so much extra stuff. And guess what? It only costs $50. Most new games cost $70 these days, so that's a really good price. Now, when it first came out on other systems, some people loved it, and some people thought it was just okay. But the developers have been making it better and better with updates, and now people say it's way more fun than when it first launched. If you like exploring fantasy worlds, making important choices that change the story, and creating your character exactly how you imagine them, this is worth trying, especially at that price. It comes out February 17th, and for $50 you're getting a solid adventure game from a team that really knows how to make them. Okay, remember Little Nightmares? That super creepy puzzle game? Well, the original creators from Tarsier Studios are back with something new. And they're saying Reanimal is going to be even more spooky. You play as 2 brothers or sisters trying to survive on a really scary island. And here's the cool part. It's designed for 2 players. You and a friend can work together to solve puzzles and escape danger. Now, if you don't have a friend to play with, no worries. The game gives you a computer partner that helps you out. But honestly, playing with a real friend is probably way more fun. You can both figure out the puzzles together. The game looks amazing because it's made with Unreal Engine 5. Everything looks super detailed and spooky in the best way possible. The atmosphere is really creepy, the monsters look genuinely scary, and the puzzles will make you think hard. There's a free demo you can download right now. I really recommend trying it first because not everyone likes the same kind of scary games. What scares one person might not scare another. But if you loved Little Nightmares, you're definitely going to want this one. It comes out February 13th. Get ready for some serious spooky adventures. Okay, imagine if a farming game and an adventure game had a baby. That's Rune Factory. You're farming crops, taking care of animals, and fighting monsters in dungeons. Oh, and you can even make friends and get married in the game. It's got so much stuff to do. This new one takes place in a world inspired by Japan, which looks really beautiful and different. You can tame monsters. That means you can befriend creatures and have them help you on your farm or in battles. How cool is that? You're growing crops to earn money. You're exploring dungeons to find treasure and special items. And you're building friendships with all the people in town. The amazing thing about Rune Factory is how it makes all of this work together. You'd think it would be confusing, but it's actually super fun. One minute you're watering your plants, the next minute you're in a dungeon fighting a dragon, then you're giving presents to your friends. It's never boring. This is the first Rune Factory on PlayStation in a long time. So if you've never played one before, this is your perfect chance. It's really relaxing but also has exciting action when you want it. It releases February 13th, and it's perfect for anyone who wants a cozy game with some adventure mixed in. The Talking Gun game is back, and it's just as wild as before. If you played the first High on Life, you know what's coming. If you didn't, let me explain. You shoot aliens with guns that literally talk to you. They're constantly making jokes, saying funny things, and just being silly in the best way. This sequel is adding skateboards. Can you imagine? Skateboarding and shooting at the same time? That sounds absolutely crazy in a game that's already super chaotic. You're exploring really weird alien worlds that look like something from a dream. Everything is colorful and strange and totally wild. There's even a famous voice actor named Ralph Inson voicing one of the new weapons. His voice is really cool. Look, this game is all about having fun. If you want something serious, this isn't it. But if you want to laugh, explore crazy worlds, and shoot weird aliens with weapons that make jokes, this is perfect. It's silly fun in the best way possible. No stress, just pure gaming fun. It releases February 13th for $60. You'll either think it's hilarious or it won't be your style. But if you like goofy, funny games, you're going to have a blast. Street racing fans, get excited! Tokyo Extreme Racer is finally back after being gone for years. This racing series is really special because it does something different. Instead of regular races where you try to finish first, you're battling other racers on midnight highways. It's one-on-one duels where you try to beat your opponent by staying ahead and driving really well. It's not about crossing a finish line. It's about proving you're the better driver. The game is already out on computers and people love it. They're giving it amazing reviews. That's really rare for games. You get to customize real cars, find rival racers across Tokyo's highways at night, and build your reputation as the best street racer in Japan. There's something super satisfying about finding a rival, challenging them, and proving you're better at racing. The vibe is so cool. Late night racing, neon lights everywhere, Japanese highways, awesome music. It feels like you're really there racing through Tokyo at night. If you love racing games, this is something really special and different. It's basically the coolest underground racing game you've probably never heard of. It releases February 26th, and racing fans definitely need to check this out. Tales of Berseria came out in 2016, and people say it's one of the best Tales games ever made. Now it's getting updated with better graphics and all the extra content included for $40. That's a really great price. Here's why this game is awesome. You play as a character named Velvet, and she's not like typical heroes in other games. She's on a mission for revenge, and she's really determined. The story is more serious than a lot of games. It makes you think about right and wrong, and it's really interesting. The combat is action-based. That means you're not waiting for turns like in some other games. You're directly controlling characters, doing cool combo attacks, and it feels really exciting once you learn how to play. All the characters in your party are really interesting and complex. Watching them become friends and grow together is half the fun of the game. If you've never played a Tales game before, this is one of the best ones to start with. The story is complete. You don't need to know anything about other Tales games, and it's got that perfect mix of serious storytelling and anime style. For $40 with all the extra content, that's an amazing deal. It releases February 27th, and if you love action RPGs with strong characters and interesting stories, you should definitely try this. So that's February 2026. 10 awesome games. And honestly, this might be one of the best months we've seen in a long time. Resident Evil Requiem and Reanimal for horror fans. Neo 3 if you love super challenging games. Dragon Quest and Tales of Berseria for anyone who loves big adventure RPGs. And Tokyo Extreme Racer, bringing back a racing series we haven't seen in years. Look, you probably can't get every single game. Nobody can. But if even 2 or 3 of these sound interesting to you, that's an amazing month of gaming. There are so many cool games to choose from. If I missed anything or you think I got something wrong about one of these games, let me know in the comments. I love hearing what you think. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe, because we're doing this every single month. More games are always coming out, and I'll be here telling you which ones look awesome and which ones you might want to skip. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.